Hey, this is John here with the Evolving World. Today I'm doing a quick video on modifying the lighting in the trunk area of a Chevy Bolt EV. And so the problem is, I find that as with a lot of cars, the only lighting for the trunk area is this little thing right here, which is pretty pathetic. And if you have an item that's taller and it's leaning up against there, it blocks that out completely. So it doesn't really provide very much light. And so I think we can improve that here. And so what I'm going to be using is this lighting kit right here. This is called Diode. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an IKEA product. And what it is this is a brand new pack right here. What it is in my particular case is I actually have an extra one left over. I had to use 3 of them and another install. I like the low profile and then how ultra light it is. And I think what we're going to be able to do is we'll be able to stick this guy up here and maybe use some little tie wraps or something like so. And basically just run our wire from that point down to here. We should be able to splice into the existing wires that are right here, and that should pretty much do it. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first step we want to do here is you want to take a little small screwdriver like so, and basically just stick it in here, pry that thing open like so, and that's the light right there. And that basically gives us access to everything we're going to need right here. We're going to simply just splice into this. Now you want to make sure that the 12 volt is turned off. This will automatically shut off after a few minutes, so we can also do that as well. But just to be safe, I would recommend to disconnect the 12 volt battery, make sure the electrical system is completely shut down. Next step is to take a multimeter and take a measurement of these contacts right here. So I determined that the green wire, looking at it from how we're looking at it, the right side here is the positive, and then the black wire, the left side as we look at it, is the negative. That's often the times the case in most cars. Black is usually the ground. However, I have come across some cars that it's not, so it's kind of weird sometimes. So it's always a good idea to check, make sure that you're 100% certain. The next step you want to do is you want to determine which of these wires is the positive. Now on this device it clearly states that that's right there. So it's the solid color wire. The one with the black line on it is the ground. So now that we've determined that, I marked it on this side right here. You want to cut your wire. The distance, you want to estimate what you think you're going to need and probably add another 12 inches on top of that, because it's always longer than you think is what you're going to require. Last thing you want to do is cut it short and have to start all over again. It's always better to leave a little bit extra on there. So now that we've done that here, now we're ready to install this guy. Next step is to get yourself some masking tape, a nice ruler, and then a marking pen. And what I've done here is determine that the center line is right here. There's some marks right here that I used as a guide here to get the center line. Do that first, and then measure on our light about good locations to mount. So I determined about 4 inches each direction, so that's what I got right here. So now we've marked our hole punch positions. I set it back about a ½ inch, make sure it was consistent, and then I went on another 3/8 of an inch for the second hole. I think that's going to work for our application here. And what we're going to be using to fasten it with is going to be these here cable ties. I find these things to be amazingly universally useful. If you follow my channel, you'll probably notice that I use these a lot for all kinds of applications. And then we just got ourselves a simple punching device. You could probably use a small screwdriver or something, would probably work just as well. Something to puncture that thing with. So here's what it's looking like, basically installed right here. Just have to clip off the little pieces of excess material here. I think that would be a pretty good height. You don't really see it too much. The next step is to run our wire down to here. And so up here it's pretty easy because you just bend the headliner back So that's easy, that part of it right here. This piece you have to pry out a little bit. There's a couple clips right here. You can basically get it started and just put a screwdriver in here and loosen it up a little bit more, and it just comes right out. And then down here, I don't think we have to, we shouldn't have to take it, and we should be able to just run the wire right down here, and we should be able to feel it, grab it, and then pull it out. Here's what our wiring is looking like now. So we did have to pull this panel out a little bit. We were able to guide the wire straight down. Didn't have to touch this at all. We were able to reach in and grab it and pull it through. So I spliced right into the existing wiring right there. I'm using these things right here. These are coming really in handy just for such applications. Super fast, super easy. No soldering, no messing with the outer sheathing here. You just simply line these up, press them down, and boom, done. So now let's go ahead and test this sucker out and see what happens here. Ah, and we have light. Now this is a little bit different color. It's a warm white, whereas this is I put a different bulb in here. I could probably put a warmer color in here so it matches, or actually probably I could just eliminate this one entirely. There's really no great reason to keep that, but it's probably, I mean, there's no harm in keeping it. I mean, have a little extra light on that side. But yeah, we have some pretty nice light here. So here we are. We just tidy this up a little bit and take this tape up, obviously. Tuck this stuff back in. Press this back on, and we should be done. Okay, so here it is. 100% complete. I think it came out pretty nice. Really one of the debates was about how close to get it to the edge. I think this came about just about right. I mean, I kind of wanted it to be hidden, but if I tuck it back further to make it less obvious, then the light would be back over here instead of here. So I kind of want it to be right this side of the back side of the seat there. So I think that was something we just had to do. But yeah, they came out pretty nice. You might have noticed I disconnected this one. I already did some experimenting with it where I put my hand on top of it, and really I couldn't see it. There being a little bit of light there, that was it. I mean, I couldn't see any difference. All of the light, 99% of the light was coming right from here. So I just took that one out because I don't like how harsh that is too, like looking at the light. That's kind of why I wanted this one to be tucked back a little bit. I wanted it to look more like that, where in reality it's more like that. But I just wanted it to be tucked back, you know, so you don't see it, so you're not staring at the light. You just want to see the light pointing down at the stuff in the trunk here. So that's, but yeah, I think that came out really nice. So let me go in and just turn off the lights here, and I'll show you what it looks like here. So yeah, I like that. You see how it illuminates the whole trunk evenly? The whole area, and it's nice and bright up here. If you want to read something, you can read something right there, or check something. You'd be able to do that, because there's no way you're going to be able to do anything with this stupid thing. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. I think that's all the light we need there. It's quite nice. So I think that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did.